Are
Okay,
you
why don't
ready?
we get why don't we get onto that? Go ahead.
This is a very simple fat breaker. This will expose your deepest, darkest secret to
Oh,
everyone.
wow. Okay, fine. I'm
What
about to
is
expose
your
my deepest, darkest secret.
what is your most embarrassing kink?
Would you mind explaining further?
Sure. So we all have sex, right? Is there? I told you I'm gonna fucking eviscerate you today. You didn't like my fat breaker yesterday or last night. You're either gonna like this because it's so interesting, or you're gonna hate me because it's so embarrassing.
Go ahead.
So, what is your deepest kink? You don't you know what a kink is?
No.
What is something out of the ordinary that you and other people do in bed that you like?
That I
So,
like.
yes, what's your fetish? How about that?
Okay, well, that's easy enough to say. That's easy enough, and I'm not embarrassed by this. So you
No,
think I'd be embarrassed, but no.
the deepest, like the deepest fetish that you have. Maybe if you had a bucket list, what would be in that number one bucket list?
What? Like something that I want to do in bed with another person?
Not exactly. That's a bucket list. Yeah, but
That's a
what
bucket
I'm
list, but
talking,
you said a kink. Like that's
yeah,
what's
kink.
something that I like that I have to do every time I'm in bed, right?
Not exactly every time that you're in bed. This is something that maybe you would have to convince your partner to do with you, because this is like something out of the ordinary for them, or for the
Okay.
idea, the social idea of making love to your
Well,
partner.
okay. The social idea of making love to a partner. All right. Well, it's not, I don't know if it's a kink, okay? But
Okay,
it's hard for me to get aroused or get excited if there is no kissing involved. That's it.
bro, that is so boring. What the hell?
Well, I told you I have no kinks when it comes to
You're
uh
so
when it comes
vanilla as fuck.
to when it comes to nocturnal activities, as Indiana Jones put it.
Ah, I
When
like
it
that.
comes to basic fornication, all right, I do not get aroused if there is no sensual motion. Meaning to say, the most sensual thing that I can think of is kissing my partner. Okay, why? Because I actually think that kissing is more personal than the act of having sex itself. It turns the act of having sex into lovemaking when there's passion and kissing involved. All right. So if there is no passionate kissing, then I'm most likely not gonna get it up, no matter how much I want it, no matter how excited I would be at that point. It
Man, that's
won't
so
happen.
fucking boring. How about, like, there's no BDSM?
No,
Uh,
no, 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 no. I answered the question. You're not gonna try and rile anything out of me because very traditional. I'm very traditional when it comes
you're
to
vanilla.
I'm very traditional and I'm
You're
very vanilla.
vanilla.
I'm not gonna admit that I'm like a tornado in bed. No, okay, I'm not. I'm okay. All right, I'm
Okay.
okay. I
Okay.
like
Okay.
kissing. As
Okay.
you know, as you
Okay.
mentioned a while ago. Okay, as you mentioned a while ago, I'm actually a very romantic person. Yeah, I grew up with Disney
Yep.
and all that bullshit. Like, oh, that one kiss, wake up the princess. It's always the kiss. All right, it's always the
Yeah.
kiss. That's usually the. As a matter of fact, the act of kissing is usually the end all be all in most young adult romantic stories, like love stories or sweetheart, even
Bubblegums.
even certain anime. Like if there's a romantic type of anime, you watch 12 episodes, and in the final minute of the 12th episode, that's the only time when the main protagonist and the girl kisses. Okay, and that's like a nice feeling, even though it was dragged out for 12 fucking episodes. It's very nice. Okay, and he's putting the thumbs down on me. Okay. So
Ooh.
yeah, if you think that's vanilla, I'm fine with it.